Business editor Xolani Mbanjwa joins us with more from Davos. Xolani, good to catch up with you. What is South African Night all about at WEF, taking into account that we're not the only country that's looking for investment?
Good evening, Hugo. Yes, that is quite important. We are not the only country in the world that is here looking for investments, and that just means that countries are upping their game and they are dealing with their challenges, just like South Africa is trying to deal with its challenges as well. That's one of the most important things that is often not talked about, that other emerging markets are going for the same investments that South Africa is looking towards, and countries, even neighboring countries such as Botswana, are there to also eat South Africa's lunch. You can talk about the logistics space. It's one space where Botswana right now is getting a lot of business because of the problems at the ports. But yes, tonight is South Africa Night here at the World Economic Forum as we showcase South Africa's capabilities, and I'm not alone. I'm with the acting CEO, Newzroom who is here and heading this event. Newzroom, thank you very much for your time. South Africa Night is an important night, but as I've just said in that intro, it's important to position South Africa as an investment destination. How important is it for us as a country to be here at Davos in 2024?
Thank you, Xolani. It's very important because we are the South African voice first and foremost. But I also think it's quite a reality that out of sight is out of mind. So if we are not here to tell our story, who will tell that story? So despite the challenges, you are quite right. We have to face them head on and be honest enough to communicate the interventions that you have done and we have done as a country, and that is why we are here to basically tell that story of a South Africa that is progressive. A story tonight that we are telling is that of South Africa that inspires excellence in the creative arts. We are showcasing our culture through food and music, something that we did last year, and we continue on that very high note. And what is attractive about South Africa, we always gain the attraction, whether it is beer, whether it's really food. I mean, chefs and elephants is here. We always take people with us because they are. African story that inspires excellence, that is taking us and making us here to be here at WEF Davos.
What are you telling potential investors and people who are interested in the country, South Africa? What are you telling them about the projects that are there, ripe for the taking, those low-hanging fruit? What are the projects that you are attracting those investors into South Africa? How are you doing that very difficult job?
Very, very much a difficult job, but if you really look at what is facing the country in terms of challenges, so one has got to prioritize. So our focus is really around the energy sector. And we're really trying to get investment into South Africa so that we can have a sustainable plan and be able to implement the plan that we have. We've got the Just Transition Energy Plan, and we are here to actually communicate that we've come out of the successful COP28. So we are here to really say South Africa is serious and we mean business. Another sector that is quite pertinent, we have the Minister of Science, Innovation and Technology, Minister Blade. Why? It's pertinent for us to shift the old perception of South Africa that is seen to be centered around manufacturing, mining only, but to actually diversify, because we are an economy that is quite diverse. So our story is to say, hang on, there are other opportunities around, the science and technology field. We are housing the SKA. So we have to continue with that story until that project is fully, implemented. So our story is that of a very stable country, the third largest, emerging market, and we are proud actually that South Africa is not just a one-sided, value proposition, but it's multifaceted. And what better way to do that over beautiful food and nice music, which is why we're here.
Thank you very much, Newzroom, for your time. Newzroom, the acting CEO at Brand South Africa, here to tell a good story about South Africa, that these are the shores that the world should look up to for investments. Back to you, Hugo, in studio.